Ferrit walked Charley. Help wanted. The movie. Hello, I'm Bofo. Ferrit and I went to the mall. There was a movie theater there, and there was a sign. The sign said help wanted. I told Ferrit that movie sounded good, so we went in and told them we wanted to see Help Wanted. They were advertising the movie all over the mall. Stores were getting ready for the Christmas rush and had signs up. As it turns out, the movie probably wouldn't be out until Christmas. Larry was there and handed us some flyers for the movie. There were questionnaires. The movie people wanted a job history and a few of my friends' phone numbers so they could call and ask them if they wanted to see the movie. Oh, this was going to be a really good movie, and by the time it comes out... We handed in the questionnaires and they said they would call us when the movie comes out. There was another good movie playing. We went to see this movie. Name the movie. That was about a band that was trying to pick a name. I saw it twice, but my friends liked it, so I went again. Ferrit walked Charley. Tunes. Ferrit and I were at the mall. We went to a music store. They had some music playing on the speakers. Mary Bat was a good little bat. We looked over, and there was Destiny Shannon behind the counter. There was a sign on the desk, Help Wanted. I asked Destiny Shannon if they had those Help Wanted questionnaires, and she said they had some employment applications. I took one and borrowed a pen. This was just like the one I filled out at the movie theater. Another job history survey. Very nice. Ferrit was over at the music racks, and he was looking for some music to tame jelly beans by. I asked him if he had any jelly beans with him, and he said he did have one that escaped from the candy dish earlier. He wasn't going to pick music jelly beans wanted. The jelly bean wants music to escape to. Then Ferrit stopped in his tracks. Bofo, come over here, Ferrit told me. I'm busy filling out a survey, I told him. Get over here now. All right. I dropped the pen and went over to him. He was standing in front of the music rack. He pointed to a CD. The title of it was Ferrit Walk. You must be kidding, I told him. A lot can happen. Ferrit walked Charley. Christian bookstore. Ferrit and Bofo were in the mall, and they found a Christian bookstore. They looked in the aisles. They saw books on faith, hope, and love. Bofo stopped to read about missions. There was a cartoon about missionaries in a pot over a fire, and they were surrounded by cannibals. There was a sign that pointed to the sky. Heaven is that way. Bring friends. Ferrit stopped by the books on the gospel. Ferrit has always liked the gospel. Bofo, look, it's the gospel. Jesus was born on Christmas. His mother was the Virgin Mary, Ferrit explained. Cool. I'm a Christian, Ferrit, Bofo told him. He was a carpenter for 30 years. Then he went into teaching and he was a healer, Ferrit said. I went to Sunday school, Ferrit, Bofo said. His followers were fishermen. His cousin was John the Baptist. He baptized Jesus, Ferrit smiled. I'm baptized, Ferrit, said Bofo. Then he was crucified and rose from the dead after 3 days on Easter. God will take anyone that gets it, Ferrit smiled. I'm saved, Ferrit, Bofo smiled. I think I'll fill out one of those job history surveys while I'm here, Ferrit told me. We looked up, and Megan was at the counter. So were Gwen and Kench. Bofo thought he would do another survey also. Amen. Hallelujah. Ferrit walked Charley. Sandalwood. Bofo and Ferrit were in the mall. They stopped by a bath boutique. They saw a lot of soap. What is sandalwood? Asked Ferrit. Soap, said Bofo. No, really, asked Ferrit. Yes, really, said Bofo. Ferrit held the bar of soap up so he could smell it. He sniffed the bar. It doesn't smell like soap, he said. That's the whole idea. Soap that doesn't smell like soap. Well, it worked, said Ferrit. Then he turned to the woman behind the counter. It was Megan Shannon. Soap in disguise? Very clever. Thank you, she said. Then he asked if she had any job history forms. And she thought for a minute. Oh, job applications. Sure. She found him an application. Bofo told her that he loves these surveys, and he filled it out and gave it back. She smiled. Soap that pretends it's a wood sandal. What will they think of next? Bofo told Ferrit. Maybe a dog that pretends he's a ferret, said Bofo. That was probably next. Bofo and Ferrit. Ferrit walked Charley. Pets. Bofo and Ferrit were at the mall. They wanted to see a movie, but they decided to go for a ferret walk instead. They saw a pet store, and there were dogs and cats in cages. There were some puppies and kittens in small glass boxes, and they were playing with them. Ferrit saw some ferrets. Ferrit told them he would like to take them home, but other people deserve a chance for a pet. Bofo and Ferrit passed by the birds, then went to see the fish. Ferrit saw a large goldfish, and he was pretending it could talk. Take me home, Ferrit said. Bofo, let Ferrit take me home. Bofo turns to the fish. That's up to Ferrit. He doesn't have to ask me. I was hoping that you and Sabrina would let me keep him with you. I'm always over your place and never home. Bofo called Sabrina, and she said it was fine for Ferrit to keep a fish there. Then Ferrit started walking through the pet store, pointing and muttering, You, and you are all going to live with us on Bofo's farm. Just the fish, Ferrit, Bofo told him. I'll break the news gently to the others. Ferrit smiled. Milo was there and handed Ferrit the large goldfish. Ferrit continued, This fish would look good on a resume. So they filled out another help wanted questionnaire. Bofo and Ferrit. Ferrit walked Charley. Pets. Bofo and Ferrit were at the mall. They wanted to see a movie, but they decided to go for a ferret walk instead. They saw a pet store, and there were dogs and cats in cages. There were some puppies and kittens in small glass boxes, and they were playing with them. Ferrit saw some ferrets. Ferrit told them he would like to take them home, but other people deserve a chance for a pet. Bofo and Ferrit passed by the birds, then went to see the fish. Ferrit saw a large goldfish, and he was pretending it could talk. Take me home, Ferrit said. Bofo, let Ferret take me home. Bofo turns to the fish. That's up to Ferret. He doesn't have to ask me. I was hoping that you and Sabrina would let me keep him with you. I'm always over your place and never home. Bofo called Sabrina, and she said it was fine for Ferret to keep a fish there. Then Ferret started walking through the pet store, pointing and muttering, You, and you are all going to live with us on Bofo's farm. Just the fish, Ferret, Bofo told him. I'll break the news gently to the others. Ferret smiled. Milo was there and handed Ferret the large goldfish. Ferret continued, This fish would look good on a resume. So they filled out another help wanted questionnaire. Ferret walked Charley. Twice. Bofo and Ferret the talking dog were at the mall. They went to the theater to see a movie, and there were signs that read Help Wanted. They weren't showing that movie, they were just advertising it, and they were handing out job history surveys. They filled one out and went into the mall. There was a toy store that had a sign. They were looking for temporary Christmas helpers. Bofo wondered if they had toys from Help Wanted the movie. They found some. They were dressed in all walks of life. There were doctors, police, firemen, and soldiers. Ferret found a semi-big truck, and he was playing with it when Bofo stopped in his tracks. Ferret, come here, Bofo said. I'm busy, Ferret told him. Bofo walked up to Ferret, put his hands behind his back, asked Ferret to pick a hand. Ferret picked the wrong hand, wink. Then he picked the other hand and it was empty. Bofo switched hands while it was behind his back. Then Bofo showed it to Ferret. He told him his replacement was there. He was holding a Ferret Walk Ferret plush stuffed animal. Oh, how adorable, said Ferret. We're all there, Bofo explained. Ferret and Bofo went to the Ferret Lock toy aisle, and there was a life-size Mary Bat. This one even talks. Bofo, 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 said Mary Bat. Bofo, started Ferret. That isn't a toy. It's really Mary Bat. Oh, sorry. Ferret walked Charley. Gadgets. Bofo and Ferret were at the mall. They found an electronics store. They could see themselves on a television. They were standing in front of a camera. Look, Bofo, Ferret Walk is on television. Wow, said Bofo. They were met by Kate. Can I help you find something? Kate asked. I would like to get something nice for my wife Sabrina, Bofo said. Have you tried jewelry? Kate asked. She has jewelry, but she doesn't have a gadget that goes bada beep, he told her. They looked at TVs, stereos, phones, and pagers of all kinds. Pagers go bada beep. Then you leave your phone number on the voicemail and call and leave a message. I'll take a pager, bada beep, Bofo told her. Bofo looked over at Ferret. Ferret was just standing there. Ferret turned to Bofo and said, What? You usually have something to say about everything, Bofo told Ferret. Ferret shrugged his shoulders. Ferret, you're too quiet, Bofo told him. Sorry, Ferret apologized. Ferret walked Charley. Shades. Bofo and Ferret were in the mall. They stopped where a man was sitting selling sunglasses. They tried on some and looked in a mirror. Ferret was a dog, but he made the glasses look good instead of the glasses making him look good. Ferret made the glasses look good. He passed the sunglasses to Bofo, and they agreed it was Ferret that made them look good. Bofo's phone rang. Ferret heard the phone ring. Bofo, Bofo, Bofo. He recorded Sabrina and used it for a ringtone. Eggs, milk, cheese. Got it. Bofo turned to Ferret. Sabrina wants me to pick up some things. He hung up the phone and already forgot the list. He tried to refresh his memory, but somehow all he could think of were the sunglasses, so he got 3 pair. Bofo, 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 said Ferret. Eggs, milk, cheese. Why would food want sunglasses? Asked Bofo. Ferret walked Charley. Food. Bofo and Ferret were at the mall, and they decided to get some lunch. They went to the food court, and Mary Bat was behind the counter. She asked if she could take their order. Ferret said he wanted some French fries and a spoon. Bofo stood up to the counter and started to order. He asked for a double bacon cheeseburger, 2 chicken sandwiches, and a fish sandwich. Then he wanted an extremely large fries and a hot apple pie. Then he ordered an ice cream sundae, and then he asked for a Diet Coke. Then Bofo asked if they had any job history surveys. He filled out the application while waiting for the food. Then the food came, and he handed in the application. Mary Bat served them, and Bofo started to sing the Mary Bat song. Mary Bat was a good little bat. They sat down, and Ferret asked what happened to do with the food. Bofo asked Mary Bat to join him, so he was going to share the food. She clocked out, and a pleasant time was had by all. There was even food left over. I can dream. Ferret walked Charley. Ferret department. Bofo and Ferret were at the mall. There was a department store. It was really big. They were in the menswear department, and Ferret told Bofo he needed to excuse himself. He asked where the men's room was, and he went off to brush his teeth. After a few moments, Bofo decided to look for Ferret. Bofo looked in all the departments, and there was no Ferret. Bofo took the escalator and was going up. He passed Ferret going down. Did you see Ferret? Asked Bofo. He was in the men's room brushing his teeth, said Ferret. Right. I'll look there. Bofo then got to the men's room and opened the door, and there was Ferret, standing by a mirror brushing his teeth. Bofo, Bofo, Bofo. Ferret, Ferret, Ferret. Ferret walked Charley. Home. Bofo and Ferret were on the way home from the mall. Ferret wanted to stop at a store and get some things, so they went shopping in the dairy aisle. Milk, eggs, and cheese. They were in the cart, and then they were on their way home, where Sabrina, Buffalo's wife, was waiting. She asked if he remembered to pick up some things, and he showed her the thing that goes bada beep. Ferrit showed her the dairy products, and she thanked him and gave him a kiss on the cheek. Life is good. I have someone that will finally kiss my ferret, just like in the story, Ferrit said. What about the bada beep? Buffalo asked Sabrina. Then she kissed him on the cheek. The bada beep is nice, she told him. Well, what are we going to do next? Got some hot topics, and now that Ferret Walk Charley is done, we could be spies, pirates, space truckers, ghost chasers, or we could just hang out here and pet my fish. Ferret put a bowl by the window and put his goldfish in it. A lot can happen.